I see green.
I see green. Tell me what this green is.
It's my skin.
It's my skin. Very good.
It's my hands.
Describe to me what it looks like.
Almost frog-like. Green. Like it's reptilian, but it's not a reptile. It's amphibious.
Okay. Now the skin, is it smooth?
Yes.
What else do you notice? Look down at your feet.
Web toes. Green web toes.
Okay. Look at your hands.
Somewhat webbed, but somewhat finger. It's like a hybrid.
What's your body? What does your body look like? Look at your legs.
I'm standing on 2 feet, but have a body of an amphibious animal. I would say frog.
A frog. Very good.
Yeah.
And look at your head and your face. What do you look like?
Like a frog.
Like a frog. Do you feel male or female?
Female.
Female. Very good. Very good. And look at your surroundings. Where is this place?
On the spaceship command center.
The spaceship command center. Very good. What do you do on this spaceship?
I'm the commander-in-chief.
You're the commander-in-chief. Very good. So I'd like for you to look around you and see if you have anyone there that works with you.
My whole crew is here.
Your whole crew is there. Very good. Do you recognize any of your crew members in the lifetime of Isis?
I don't know who that is, but I feel like they're familiar.
They're familiar. Very good.
And I feel like there's, I think Joseph's there too. But he's going on a mission.
He's gone on a mission.
He's going on a mission.
Okay. Have you sent him on this mission?
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So let's find out a little bit about the other side.
Okay.
Joseph, where are you?
I'm outdoors. Yeah.
I'm outdoors.
It's really a lot of green, a lot of grass and foliage.
Grass and foliage.
The sky's actually like a pink color, like a pink hue.
Very good. And look at your body. What do you look like there?
I'm glowing. I'm like a light body almost.
Like a light body?
Yeah.
And what is this body that you have? What does it look like?
I don't have feet. I'm floating.
What is it?
I don't have any feet.
You don't have any feet.
No, I'm floating. I have arms. They're kind of bizarre. They're not really fully developed almost.
They're not fully developed.
No.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So look around you. What is this place where you are?
It's like a training ground, I guess. It's
A training
where we
ground?
go and we develop and we design things here.
Okay, you develop and design things here. Very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and go to the place in which you're designing things. And just take a look around as I get back to the commander on the ship. Commander, tell me more about your mission, what it is that you're doing on this ship.
A couple of things. Some are growing planets. Some are saving planets. Team.
Seeding planets?
Yeah, saving them.
Oh, saving them.
Some are growing and helping planets. Each team has a different mission. I just help coordinate where everyone goes in order to see that everything and all team members are doing what they're supposed to or getting what they need for their missions.
How large is your ship?
Oh, it's pretty big. There's a couple 100,000 people here.
Very big. And where is it that you come from? Is it a particular place?
Yes, I come from a different place, but everyone here is from a different place.
I see.
We're all different team members.
And what is it that you all are doing together? Is this one special mission?
We're trying to help grow populations that need developing, need guidance, and saving planets that have gone too far.
Are there any particular planets that have gone too far?
Yes, there's one that blew up.
There's one that blew up.
Yeah. In the solar system.
Okay.
We call it Andromeda.
In Andromeda. Did it have a name?
Can't pronounce it for the English tongue. Yeah.
You cannot
did. No.
No. What happened to that planet? How did it blow up?
It blew itself up by people that lived on that planet.
Okay. And what happens to the souls of those people?
Some go back to source.
They go back to source. Very good.
Yeah.
Now, Commander, do you have any directive directly from source for this?
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
It's to help those that need helping to grow, to connect back to source, and then those that can't, to guide them back to where they belong, just to recalibrate, and come back to what they need to do.
All right, very good. And do you have a name that you go by?
The simplest way I would say would be I would call myself Jim, even though it's a male name. That would be the easiest name to pronounce.
It's easier to pronounce Jim? Okay. It's a complicated name? All right. So I can call you Commander Jim? Very good. Yes. Very good. So let's leave that spot right now. And I want you to go to the next important event of your lifetime on that ship. Allow yourself to be at that spot now. What's happening?
We're saving souls from Mars.
Saving souls from Mars.
Yeah.
What has happened to Mars?
It's been overtaken by evil forces. Negative forces, not evil, negative.
And how do you save these souls?
By guiding them back to source.
Okay, very good. Very good. So I'd like for you to just maintain yourself there, seeing that mission as I get to Joseph now. Joseph, I'd like for you to see yourself now on that place, the training ground, and tell me a little bit about what's going on with your mission.
I'm by the water side now. We're we're developing water creatures, water beings.
You're developing water creatures?
Yeah.
For what purpose?
To seed other planets.
To seed other planets. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about this? How do you do that?
We work kind of in teams, but every individual has to play their part, and it requires extreme focus.
Tell me how it is that you do this. What is the actual way of developing these?
So we're right next to the water. It's all mental. We don't actually physically do anything. But through our focus, we can manifest different beings and creatures. And we can do this in other areas, but today we're focusing just on the water and amphibious creatures.
All right, so take me through this and tell me what type of being you are creating. What does it look like?
It's not very big. It's the size of a penny or a dime. It's very, very small. Almost like a seahorse, kind of. And the more focus we can maintain, the more solid it becomes, the more it manifests.
So I'd like for you to see it in completion now. See what it is that you have developed.
Yeah, it's real similar to a seahorse, but it's orange. It's like the skin of, it's like a koi fish.
Like a crayfish, but it looks like a seahorse.
Like a koi fish, like the big the big goldfish looking ones. It's but it's in the more of the shape of a seahorse. The face is a little different, but the lower body is the same.
Yes.
Two fins on the side and like a curly tail almost.
And now that you've developed it, what emotions do you have? Do you have any feelings towards this new being?
It's exciting. There's no feelings of outcome beyond just the manifestation of it.
Wonderful. And have you also developed a way for this creature to reproduce?
Not yet, no. First we have to prove it before we can allow it to.
Very good. All right. So now that we've created this, I want you to tell me, do you go by a certain name in this life? What do you call yourself?
So, starts with an F. Something like founding.
Founding?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. So I'll call you Founding. So Founding, I'd like for you to go ahead and close that scene. And let's go to the next important event of that lifetime. See yourself now floating to that event. And be there now. And tell me, where are you?
In the water with
In the
the creatures.
In the water with the creatures?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of studying them. Takes a long time in this process to observe, and once the being's created, we're not allowed to manipulate anything.
Mm-hmm.
We're only allowed to observe.
What are you finding as you observe these creatures?
It's very docile,
Mm-hmm.
very gentle.
Docile and gentle. Very good. Is this part of your mission to observe?
Yeah, it's part of the testing, part of the proving ground.
Very good. Very good. So I'd like for you to continue there and just explore your observations as I get back to Jim, Commander Jim.
Yes.
I'd like for you to tell me what's happening now as you are retrieving these souls from Mars.
The teams are rescuing some souls and sending them back to source. The other ones are whoever is still alive. We're bringing them back up to the ship.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me what they look like, these that are still alive?
They're a mix of different races. There's some that look human-like,
Mm-hmm.
some that look reptilian-like, some that look like a hybrid of a little bit of everything. They're blue, they're tall.
Mm-hmm.
They're all a mix of different races, all just trapped in this place.
Mm-hmm.
So we're bringing them back up to the ship.
What has happened on Mars that they need rescuing?
It's been used for negative sources. So it's been taken over by reptilians, by some mantis beings that are bad, to try to use their souls and their energies for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And our mission is to get them out.
Okay, so tell me what's happening. Explain to me this procedure of getting them out.
Like a military procedure, going covert. We have people inside in there. They're helping us. And then we're going in there, kind of like it would be Black Ops here.
Mm-hmm.
Just going in, taking them out. And the ones that we can't save, they guide them to source. They kind of they lead them to a path back.
Very good. And how is it that you get on this planet? Are you using other ships or do you use your own ship?
Teleportation.
Teleportation. All right.
Yeah.
Very good. So what happens next? What happens?
The ones that we have saved are physical. We take them back to the bigger mothership. We feed them. If they eat, we counsel them, and then we take them back to the GFL.
What is the GFL?
Galactic Federation League.
Mm-hmm. Are you part of this Galactic Federation League?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So when is it that you go back to the GFL?
Go back after a mission's completed there.
All right. So I'd like for you to go ahead and wrap up your mission there.
Okay.
And I'd like for you to go ahead and go back to the GFL.
Okay.
And tell me where you are. Can you?
My ship is docking with the bigger ship. We're docking, and then we're going to walk into this huge, it almost looks like a planet of a ship, but it's just a huge ship with hundreds and millions and thousands of souls that live there, that work there. It's almost like a little republic.
What does it look like as you look around? What is it made out of, this ship?
It's like a metal organic form. So it's almost...
is it alive?
Yes. You can't see it from space because it shifts and changes, but it's out there.
Okay.
It's metal, but it's not like traditional metal. It's forming. It's malleable. It's alive.
So as you're walking into this place, do you look the same, or do you have to wear some sort of uniform when you go there?
I'm wearing my uniform, my commander uniform.
What does your commander uniform look like? You had told me that you had green skin. But what does your uniform look like?
It's skin tight. It's silver color. It has designations to tell others that I'm the commander.
Very good.
So it's very militaristic in a way. Yeah.
What color is it?
Silver? Yes.
Okay, very good. So as you're walking, are you walking by yourself, or do you have others that walk with you?
It's me and my second in command right now.
Okay. So tell me where it is that you go. Who do you need to meet with?
The council.
The council. All right. So I'd like for you to go ahead and find yourself with the council, and I'll be back to you, Commander Jim, in a moment to discuss what happens in the council.
Okay.
All right. So let me get back to founding. What is happening now as you are observing? Have you found anything for your observations?
Yeah, I've gotten approval to allow this creature to reproduce.
Who gives you this approval?
There's I want to say that it's not necessarily my teacher, but because we're all fairly equal, but they have more knowledge than I do. So they have approved. They've been here longer. So they've given me approval, and now there's a school of them swimming together.
How does that make you feel, knowing that you have accomplished this?
It's very exciting. It's a lot of times we fail, and to have something get approved even this far, just to even have it survive is a big deal. To have it get approved for reproduction and further observation. This is an isolated place that is not allowed to go beyond this for quite a long time. It's a lengthy process.
Wonderful. So when you do this, do you do it by yourself, or are there teammates that work with you?
I have a team. They're still on land. I'm the only one in the water doing the observation. They kind of just report back what I report to them.
Yes.
So they're documenting everything that I'm observing.
Very good. All right, Founding, I want you to go ahead and close that scene, and let's go to the next important scene of that lifetime. See yourself at that next important scene. Where are you?
I'm in a structure.
Describe this structure for me. What does it look like?
Pretty high tech. The walls all look like they're metal of some sort. Not really square. Everything's kind of rounded.
Mm-hmm.
More organic shaped.
Yes.
There's technology everywhere.
What is this
And
place? Do they have a name for it?
some type of laboratory.
A laboratory. Do you work in this laboratory?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is where the final documentation of everything we do, it's processed here.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead and go to the place in which you work and tell me what it looks like.
There's tanks. There's tanks and
Are these water
a lot of,
tanks?
yeah, there's a little bit of everything. Instead of cages, they have tanks. Everything's like almost like glass, but it's not glass.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of being an aquarium. And all the creatures are separated for the most part. The ones that are more towards the final stages of approval get
Mm-hmm.
to intermingle to see how they react with each other. It's such a long process.
Mm-hmm. How are you feeling there today with this work?
It's always exciting. There's to see something even come close to finalized approval is almost a miracle. So
Mm-hmm.
many things go wrong along the way. Other creatures could even eat them. It's
Mm-hmm.
It's out of our hands once they're in development. We just observe at that point.
So I'd like for you to
Anything.
find one of those creatures that is the most interesting that you've got in those tanks. What does it look like?
It's like a pink cloud.
A pink cloud. Mm-hmm.
It's like a transparent pink cloud.
And this is a creature?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like transparent cotton candy.
Mm-hmm. And how does it move around?
It changes shape to flow in the direction it needs to.
Mm-hmm. And this transparent pink cloud, is it in water or is it in air?
It's in water.
In
It's
water. Mm-hmm.
floating in water.
So all of these creatures that you've created, are they meant to live in water?
Just this section that I'm in right now. Yeah. It's kind of what I'm focused on at the time being.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. So let's close that scene now, Founding, and let's go to the next important scene in which you are back on that ship with your commander. What's happening there?
Body is completely different.
Your body is completely different. What does it look like there?
Got a suit on. I'm wearing
Mm-hmm.
like some type of space suit.
Mm-hmm. What do you look like?
Like a reptilian.
Like a reptilian. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Got pointy nails again.
Mm-hmm.
yellow palms and green scales, I guess. Green skin.
Green scales.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What else do you notice? Notice where you are.
Some type of ship.
Some type of ship. Mm-hmm.
There's lots of windows. I can see space all around me, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm inside the ship.
All right. Very good. Take a look and see who's there with you. Are you by yourself or are there others?
There's a lot of beings like me,
Mm-hmm.
similar but different colors, shapes.
Mm-hmm. And notice your demeanor. How do you feel there?
I feel important.
I feel important. Mm-hmm. What do you do there?
I'm in charge of a team, a
Mm-hmm.
group of individuals.
What does this team do?
We're like a task force.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a certain directive right now?
We've just been recalled from a different mission we were on.
Mm-hmm. What was that mission?
We're retrieving individuals, retrieving beings.
Mm-hmm. Where were these beings?
Enslavement camps.
In what kind of camps?
Enslavement camps.
Enslavement camps. Mm-hmm. Tell me more about
Labor forces.
negative forces were enslaving them.
Yeah, they were negative in the sense that they're holding beings against their will. But I've seen much worse.
All right. Can you tell me about this mission? Who are these that were enslaved in these camps?
They almost look human, but they're like yellow. I mean, like yellow.
Mm-hmm. They have yellowish skin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Orange hair.
Orange hair.
Orange reddish.
Mm-hmm. Are they all reddish hair?
Some are white.
Mm-hmm.
White hair.
Look at their eyes.
Yellow. The eyes are different colors, like
Mm-hmm.
green, and some are green, some are orange, but the outside of the eye is actually
Mm-hmm.
more yellow, almost
Yes.
matching the skin, but a different hue.
Mm-hmm. And when you rescue these from these camps, do they see you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're
And
a little scared of me. They don't know what to think.
mm-hmm. So tell me what this was all about. What planet is this?
getting Neptune.
Neptune. Mm-hmm. Very good. What happens next?
But we're going to have to go again. We're going to have to retrieve more. We can only carry so many at a time.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and continue on this mission, and I'll be back so you could tell me more about what has happened. As I go back to Commander Jim at the council, what is happening there?
I'm debriefing everyone on what we saw, what happened, and who we rescued.
So how many are in the council?
5.
Mm-hmm. What do they look like?
Some are like bird-like.
Mm-hmm.
Another one's like a yellow. It doesn't look anything like a being. It looks just like a shape, but it's yellow. Some are human-like with blonde hair, very beautiful looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just all different beings. I think one's a mantis. It's like a council of different people from different areas.
Yes. And so as you debrief them, what feedback do you get from them?
They're happy with the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
They're, relaying basically that, it was a successful campaign.
Yes.
And then we're also telling them how, we didn't have any losses of life in terms of our team. Unfortunately, we had some losses of life. We had to send back to source.
Yes.
They're okay with that.
Very good. Now, this council, do you report to them? Are they?
Yes.
Okay. So is this the council that gives you your next mission?
Yes.
All right. So let's see what the mission is that they give you next.
We're to go back again because there's still more souls out there.
Yes.
There's still more beings that need to be saved. But we do it in phases because we can't take on everyone at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But we're to go back, and we're to also check up on the other planets that we're seeding to see how those are doing. So it's not just saving, but we want to make sure that while we're saving, the other planets are also thriving, the ones that we're helping to build.
Very good. Very good. So I want you to close that scene. And I want you to look in your database to see if you have had a mission of rescuing those on Neptune.
Checking the computers.
Mm-hmm.
We have before, yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like for you to connect and see if you have worked with one who is named Founding.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. So as I count from 3 to 1, I want you to be at that lifetime, at that moment when you are working with him. 3, 2, and 1. You're there now.
Okay.
What's happening?
I'm letting him know it's time to go back to Neptune.
Mm-hmm.
Telling him, giving him the mission parameters, kind of debriefing him on what's the next thing to do before he goes off with his team.
Very good. What do you tell him?
Tell him he did a good job. He's doing a great job, and that there's still more people there to save, that he needs to go in there, in and out quickly, like a task force, like we always do. He knows the directive, he knows the rules and the goals.
Very good. So now, Founding, I want you to be at that moment when the commander is giving you the orders. To go back. What's happening there?
I have like a HUD in my suit that communication through the HUD.
What is it? You have something in your suit?
It's a HUD, like a heads-up display.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks like a hologram that's right in front of my face.
Mm-hmm.
I get the orders, and now I'm going to prepare my squad.
What happens next?
We're getting our supplies ready.
What kind of supplies do you use on these missions?
We have a lot of non-lethal weapons.
Non-lethal weapons? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we also have lethal weapons as well. We can only use those when life or death situations.
Yes. So I'd like for you to see yourself now going on your mission. Who are the ones that are enslaving these beings?
It's a variety. It's not just one type of being. There's a plethora. They have lots of insectoids, reptilians, you name it, even human-looking beings that I don't think they're not from Earth. Somewhere else in the star system.
So let's see what happens. I'd like for you to take me on this mission with you and explain to me what happens as you're rescuing them. Where are they enslaved?
It's an encampment underground. They have massive caverns where they're doing a lot of mining. I see a lot of crystal formations underground. It's actually kind of beautiful. Like little, like massive geodes. They're just slaves, just mining away.
So how do you rescue them? What do you do?
We come up from below them underground, and we have to remove them without scaring them at the same time. They're not used to us either, so we're not the most pleasant looking beings. Some of us are kind of scary looking.
Yes.
So we try not to alarm them, because if they scream or panic, they can easily notify the ones holding them in the encampments.
So do you physically remove them or do you teleport them out?
We have to physically remove them. There's some type of field around the encampments they're in that you can't teleport in or out. It's all physical at this point, so we actually burrow below them into the planet. And even that is really risky, because they have pretty much sensors everywhere that can pick up on any type of vibrations and changes in temperature, things like that. So we're very skilled at what we do. So we come in from below, and we're taking 3 or 4 at a time, and then we have to move further in and burrow below another section, and because they're not all grouped in one place, they're actually spread out pretty wide.
Very good. So let's get to the end of that mission. How many do you bring aboard?
82.
82. Very good. So I'd like for you to close that scene now. And you're back on the main ship, back to seeing your commander once again. What do you report back?
We removed about 1/3 of their encampment. We triggered something, and that's why we had to leave as quickly as possible. There's a chance that they could blow up our ship and we would lose all 82 souls.
How are you feeling about this mission?
A little upset. We were hoping for more. At least half or more than that. More of a majority. At least we were able to remove as many as we did.
Very good. All right. So let me speak with now Commander Jim. How are you feeling about this mission that Founding has done?
I know he feels disappointed, but any soul saved is a good thing. We could always go back, but this is successful because souls were saved. And that's always the directive.
Very good. Very good. So now that you've accomplished this mission, we're going to close this scene now, and we're going to now move to a different lifetime, a lifetime in which both of these souls live together on planet Earth. I'd like for you to go ahead and close that scene. As I count from 5 back to 1, I'd like for you to go ahead and find that life. 5, drifting through time and space. 4, to that lifetime on Earth together. 3, allow the images to come now. 2, and 1, you're there now. What do you see?
I'm back in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back in Egypt again.
All right, tell me where you are.
It's standing in the middle of a building with people around me.
Mm-hmm. What do you look like there?
I'm big.
Mm-hmm.
I'm big. I'm giant.
A male or female?
Female.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
What do you look like?
Human-like, just so much bigger.
Mm-hmm. A large human?
Yes, very big. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
What is this building that you're standing in?
It's like a temple.
Mm-hmm.
It's a temple where they worship us.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't be, but they worship us.
Yes. And what do you call yourself there?
Isis.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Isis.
Very good. All right, so just remain there for a moment, and Joseph, I'd like for you to go ahead and see yourself. Where are you?
Outside the temple.
I'm outside the temple. Mm-hmm.
I'm alert. there's other.
What is it?
There's beings that are trying to attack us.
Beings that are trying to attack us. How many are you there?
5.
5. What do you look like?
I'm a canine head again.
A canine head?
Yeah, I'm not Anubis,
Mm.
but I'm the same.
What does your body look like?
You know, 9 feet tall. My
9
skin
feet.
is pitch black.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Do you stand on your legs?
yeah, I stand upright. I'm
Mm-hmm.
almost just like a human, but with a canine head. I have extreme definition in my body.
Mm-hmm. What do your hands and feet look like?
I have 5 fingers, 5 toes, almost like claw-like nails,
Mm-hmm.
thicker than fingernails. They're claws.
Yes. And what is your role there?
Right now, I'm just serving as protection.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in charge of my group. They're all the same as me, same breed.
Same breed. Do you go by a certain name? Are you given names?
Yeah, we have names and like Umatu, Umatu, Umatu,
N.M. Namati?
Umatu,
How do you spell that?
Umatu.
Minati?
Umatu.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about what's happening. Who are you protecting?
The beings inside. Isis is in there. Osiris.
Mm-hmm.
Several other high density beings inside.
Mm-hmm. Is there something going on that they need protection at this time?
There's a uprising. It's actually brought on by the reptilians.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like the knowledge that's being shared to the humans.
Who is sharing this knowledge?
Um, all of us. We all work together.
Mm-hmm.
But my group specifically is defense.
Mm-hmm.
But we also share the knowledge as well. We carry the energy that gets transferred to the humans. We're able to hold high doses of that energy that would destroy most beings.
Very good. Now, does anybody inside the temple command you?
Isis.
Isis. Very good. All right. So I'd like for you to just watch what's going on there and let me now speak with Isis. Isis, tell me what is going on.
We're inside. I have Toth on my right.
What's on your right?
Toth.
Okay.
he's collecting all the knowledge that needs to be taken because everything's been compromised. And then Osiris on my left, he's my husband. And we're trying to tell the human beings that they need to stop worshiping us. That we're not here for that. We're not here to, we're here to help them ascend. But they're not listening. And so they're getting more and more frustrated because they feel like they're not being heard and their prayers not being heard. They're just like this, there's this negativity that they get angry and angry because they expect us to do everything for them. And to share everything and all the knowledge, and that's not what it's supposed to be about. So we know it's not, our mission here has failed. We need to go.
So you said that you are gathering your knowledge. How is it that you have your knowledge? Where are you collecting it?
Tablets.
On tablets.
We're going to take them, and we need to protect them because there's other beings that are wanting to take them from us. And they're using the energy to make the humans, bring the negativity out of them. And so they're manipulating them for their benefit. So we know it's time that they've been compromised. So we need to go. So we need to take the knowledge with us. We need to hide it.
All right. So let's see what happens next. I'd like for you to go ahead to the next important scene, Isis, and tell me what happens.
We've escaped the temple. We've left. Toth has taken the knowledge. He's hidden it away. He's hidden it away. I'm helping. We have our guards taking care of us to make sure that the knowledge gets hidden away from the evil, the dark forces.
Where have you hidden this knowledge?
It's all over Earth. There's certain points on Earth that the knowledge is hidden. It's protected by energy, and only certain people could get to it. And that's how we're going to protect it from everyone else, from the evil, negative forces. But we must store it in there. So Toth, he's helping, or keeping on guard. I'm helping him, directing where to go before we leave this planet again.
So Isis, you told me that he's hiding all of this around the planet. How is it that all of you move? Because you're very large.
Through portals.
Through portals.
Yeah, to stargates throughout the Earth. There's certain points on Earth that have high energy, high frequency. We build places for this, buildings, but there's also natural places as well. So there's a combination of both. The pyramids are one of them, but there was also portals that are just naturally found that we use to go in and out from place to place.
Now, when you go through a portal, do you need to do anything mentally to prepare yourself to go through this portal?
Yes.
What do you do as you approach a portal?
Almost like meditation. You clear your mind, your soul, in order to go from one to the other. You leave anything negative behind, but we don't carry negativity. So we just meditate, and we use a collective of the group to help us go from one to the other.
Wonderful. And how do you go from one place to another? Do you just think about where it is that you need to go?
Yes, the energy reads us and knows where to take us.
Okay, very good. Very good. So tell me where it is that you're going to right now.
Right now we're still in Egypt.
You're still in Egypt.
Yeah, we're just hiding knowledge under one of the structures that we've built.
What does the structure look like?
It's like a big lion.
A big lion.
Yeah, it's huge. It's It's not the pyramids. The pyramids are grid lines. It's I guess it's the Sphinx.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we go under and we take the knowledge down there and we hide it away.
Very good. Very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and remain in that moment as I speak now to your guard.
Okay.
So I want you to see yourself now in this place as you, is it Manati or Namati?
Mati.
Okay.
Mati.
Namati. Tell me what's happening.
We're shadowing the other group, so we're mentally blocking anyone from seeing where they're going to or what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Can't connect. So that's our focus.
Okay, so when Isis and Osiris and Thoth are doing their work, you're actually around them, blocking them, anybody from seeing them? Is that what you do?
We don't have to physically be next to them. We're further out, but we mentally block anyone from seeing what they're doing.
Okay, so tell me what it is that you're seeing. What's happening around you?
Nothing close within proximity. Everything is at a distance.
Mm-hmm.
None of that matters. I'm mentally perceiving those trying to view where they're moving to and where they're trying to hide these tablets.
Mm-hmm. So you're
I
all
can
in.
block them from seeing anything.
Okay, so you're in mental communication with all of them.
Yes.
Very good. So tell me what happens next. I'd like for you now to go to the next important scene. What happens? I want you to be there completely. Go deep into it.
We've hidden all the tablets. We've completed our task, and they're going to leave. They're going to go off planet. But we're going to stay behind and protect the tablets just to make sure that nothing was found. We will no longer be visible in the spectrum. We can phase ourselves out, so we won't be seen by anyone, even other advanced beings. And we'll stay around for a long period of time to protect these tablets.
So I'd like for you just to see the time go by. How long do you stay on this planet?
Several thousand years. We're divided up in groups. We're no longer together. Each one of us is taking a spot to protect.
What spot do you protect?
I stay in Egypt. This is kind of the epicenter of it all. So I chose to stay here.
Very good. So I'd like for you to see the time go by and notice what year on the planet Earth you decide to finally leave. What numbers come up?
1802.
Very good. So I'd like for you to see yourself dissolving from that plane and becoming spirit. When do you connect once again with Isis and the others?
We won't connect again.
You won't connect?
She's in another life now.
All right.
So much time has gone by that
All right, very good. So I just want you to remain in that space, in your spirit realm, connecting with your guides as I speak with Isis. Isis, where are you now?
We're locking up the information. We're finishing our mission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's time for us to go.
Okay. Where is it that you are, where you're locking up the information? Is this Egypt or somewhere else?
We're in Egypt.
Okay.
Finished putting on the information there.
Mm-hmm.
Toss will go back and forth, and he'll be the gatekeeper of the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone ever needs him, in their pure heart, they could find it.
Very good.
But we have to leave.
Very good. And before you leave, what kind of knowledge is it that you were providing for these humans?
The knowledge of eternal, of pure life. So much knowledge of source, of who we are, the cosmos, everything you can think of. To take these humans from just being on this planet to understand that they're so much bigger than what they think they are.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much out there, and that they're not alone. There's so many other beings out there. To open them up, that their source, it carries all that in those tablets. It's the key to unlock who they were and the beautiful beings that they are.
Mm-hmm. And how are you teaching the humans how to unlock this within themselves?
Simple, through meditation,
Mm-hmm.
through connection. It's people think it's some hard thing to do, and it's really just simply going back in to kind of remember, because the souls that come to this planet forget, but they have the ability to remind themselves who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we were trying to do. We were trying to help them remember so that they could get part of the cosmos again.
Mm-hmm. And how will you remember when you return back as a human?
Certain abilities that I have,
Mm-hmm.
connecting back to meditation, connecting to spirituality. There's little things that are going to be like little triggers to remind me
Mm-hmm.
of who I am.
Very
And
good.
I'll know them.
Very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and see the soul that is living on Earth in the year 2020 with the same name as Isis. I'd like for you to go ahead and unlock that within her so that she can remember.
She needs to, it's all in her heart. It's all here.
Mm-hmm.
She has a lot of fear that she needs to remove
Mm-hmm.
from that area, because that's what's stopping her.
Notice what that is. Where is this fear coming from?
For many lifetimes after.
Mm-hmm.
Been persecuted over and over and over and over and over and over and over. That's so weighed on her that she has forgotten who she is,
Mm-hmm.
and what she came to do, and the power that she has inside of her, that this fear has become bigger than what she realizes it.
All right. So we know that fear is just false evidence appearing real. So I'd like for you to go ahead and show her all of the screens of all those lifetimes in which she has been holding this fear.
Oh, I see so many.
Mm-hmm.
So many she's fought.
Yes.
She's been a leader. And so many times she's just been shut down over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
See them all.
And as she sees them all, I want you to be the one to show them to her, to remind her of who she truly is.
Oh, yes. She is strong.
Mm-hmm.
Strong leader. Strong. She's capable of anything she puts her mind to.
Mm-hmm.
She's so much more powerful, and there's so much abilities inside of her. She needs to remember that I need to show her. She needs to be shown again what she has accomplished, not in this Earth, but on other planets and other lifetimes off this planet.
So go ahead and then now show her that. Show her those screens.
Showing her the work she's done with GFL. Showing all those souls that she saved. All the times that she's been there for others.
And bring with her, seed this being now with that feeling of accomplishment.
She's gonna feel it over time.
Good. And as that baby begins to grow and starts to walk, she'll be reminded that sometimes you have to fall many times to learn how to walk and to run.
Yes. This being that's growing inside of her is gonna shift so much in her that she doesn't even know. Doesn't even realize why he's coming, but he's gonna change so much in her.
Wonderful. Are they all part of the same soul group?
Yes.
All right. So Isis, I'd like for you to go ahead and take these 3 souls to that grand meeting room where they created the plan for this life. Joseph, I want to see you in that meeting room with Isis and with Wyatt.
Okay. I'm there.
All right, Joseph. And tell me, what is happening there? Where are you?
I'm in a white, like, bright light room.
Joseph, where are you?
White, the same thing. It's a really bright room. It's round with like a big U-shaped table, kind of like a circular table. But there's a big center opening where you can actually go up and kind of walk around in the middle. So everybody faces each other.
Wonderful. Is there anyone else there with you?
There's several in here. It looks like our whole council's here.
All right, Joseph, what do they say to you?
You sure you want to do this? It's never too late to back out.
What is this mission all about?
It's the final mission on this planet.
Tell me about that mission.
I've made it extremely difficult on myself. I removed all knowledge, all power, and put myself in with a poor family in a town in the middle of nowhere. So it stacked all the odds against me.
What is the goal of this lifetime?
To overcome all adversity, to overcome all challenges. This is worst case scenario.
The worst case scenario. Take a look and see if there's anybody at that table who will be with you during the lifetime of Joseph to assist you.
I see Isis. Wyatt's there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So, have you chosen these two souls, or they have volunteered in your life?
They volunteered.
They volunteered. Very good. So let me ask Isis now. Isis, take a look at yourself there. And who's there with you? Who do you see?
I see Wyatt to my left, and further to my left is Joseph. He's being told what he needs to do for his lifetime. We're just sitting there waiting for our directive.
All right.
They're talking to him from the table, from the council. We're just patiently waiting. We know what we're supposed to do, but we're just waiting.
All right. So tell me when they address you.
Okay. Now they start talking to me. They start telling me that this could be my last lifetime, but it also can't. It all depends on me and what I overcome in order to go back to other missions, other lifetimes of planet. But I need to rid of the burden that I've carried on Earth. And Joseph is going to help me with that. But the more that he helps, the more that helps him unlock his abilities. So him helping me overcome certain things helps him get closer to his abilities that he has, that he forgot that he is able to, how powerful he is. So it's kind of an aid. It's he's such a good soul, and he wants to help everyone, and I want to help him reach his potential.
Very good. Now, at this time, the Earth is going through an ascension. What are your roles with that?
My role is to do what I've always done, which is be a leader, which has always been to guide others, to help them understand what is happening, because they're so lost. They're so completely lost, and they need help. They need a guide. They need a leader to kind of show them to. But in order for that, I need to unlock the fears that I carry to realize how capable I am. So that is my role in this lifetime, to assist, to guide.
Wonderful. So, Joseph, what is your role with the ascension?
I'm actually here to hold an energy. I'm here to awaken individuals, but not in the sense that Isis does. She's more of a gentle awakening. I'm more of a smack you in the face. Yeah.
Wonderful. So I'd like for you to both look at Wyatt now.
I see him.
What is Wyatt's role in this lifetime with both of you? Why is he here to share this life with you?
For me, it's to remind myself who I am. Help me, because this is my first lifetime with him. So he's here to remind myself that I'm capable of so much more. And by guiding this soul, it'll remind me of other souls that I've guided in this life, in other lifetimes, and other times.
Very good. Joseph, I'd like for you to look at Wyatt and see if you have lived any lifetimes with him and why you're sharing this one.
We've had countless lives together.
Countless lives.
He's been a great friend, an enemy at the same time. We butted heads in so many ways, but it's always been to push each other forward. It's always been in a way of true competition.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it'll bring the best out of you if you allow it. And he's here to remind me of who I truly am and what I'm capable of, and to assist me with my goals.
Very good. So I'd like for you to listen to your counsel before leaving for planet Earth. What do they say to you before you leave? Do they give you any advice?
For me, I'm always tapped in. I've always been tapped in. Just not to forget that and to remember the little breadcrumbs that they've left behind for me that I so stubbornly have forgotten about. But those are the biggest things. It's like, it's already all inside of me. I already know what I'm doing. This is second nature to me. But I've forgotten. So just don't forget the breadcrumbs and the people that come into your life that will help you remember those little breadcrumbs and remind you who you are. There'll be a lot of people in your life that come across, and you're one of them, Alba.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Joseph, do they give you any advice?
They kind of laugh at me.
Mm-hmm.
I laugh back at them. They know that it's going to be extremely challenging for me, and I know I need to do this. I don't want to do this, but I need to do this. And we're more humorous towards each other. They know the challenges that I'm going to face. And I chose to be blindsided with the majority of it. I only wanted like minute details, because then it's too easy to worry and whatnot if you know the dangers that are coming, the downsides. So I chose to be surprised with the majority of it, and have been thus far.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. So let's see if they give any advice to Wyatt.
Yeah, they tell him how big he's gonna be. Tell him how he's gonna push his dad, and that he's coming at a perfect time because everyone's awakening right now.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Does he have any major role in the awakening?
Oh yeah, he does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he's here to help. He's here to be a huge name with Joseph too. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna push him out of his comfort zone. They've been trying to get him to get out there more, to get his face out there, his voice. Like, he's so powerful. He keeps hiding, and so Wyatt is gonna push him to be that, because he's gonna have to show him. Otherwise, he's gonna fail Wyatt in his mission.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here to guide them.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Is there anything else that we need to accomplish here today, or do you feel that you have completed your mission for today?
I've completed my mission for today.
Wonderful. Joseph, how do you feel? Are you complete?
Yeah, I'm complete.
Wonderful. Welcome back.
Thanks. Oof. Oh, man.
Ooh. Wow. Isis, you need to take a fast break?
No, actually, I'm really good.
Oh, good.
Surprise.
So, how was this for you guys? What an interesting experience, huh?
Yeah, not what I expected at all.
Not what you expected?
No, not at all.
I told you not to have any expectations.
I didn't even know what to expect, but that was not what I expected.
Okay, so tell me, how did it feel for you? I mean, both of you were on different missions for a little bit, and then kind of, did you realize you were kind of like on the same ship?
Once you brought me on board the ship, then I was in that same vein. But I think before then, I don't know if I was an avatar or something, but whatever I looked like a flame of light, a flame of light with arms.
Wow.
That was bizarre. And
Creating
I don't think,
life. Creating
yeah,
life.
yeah, it was nuts.
Wow.
And we were just by the water side, and there was a lot of others like me. And it was, I don't know, it was almost like we were avatars to be in that place. Like we, almost like how humans would wear or almost use like robotic arms inside of something that was dangerous.
Yeah.
So they're not necessarily touching it. It almost kind of felt like that.
Wow.
That wasn't my physical body. That was the body of whatever I was controlling, avatar, to be in that environment. So I guess not to carry anything back with, like any germs, bacteria, not to
Wow.
expose anything in that environment to other environments. A clean room, I guess.
Yeah. And then you went to those tanks and saw your little creatures in there.
Yeah, that was wild. It was just full of, so instead of using like metal cages and things like that, there were all these different creatures in like aquariums, and even the non-aquatic ones were like in a big their own aquarium.
Wow.
It was so bizarre.
That's cool.
Yeah. So Isis, what about you?
I was completely opposite. Like I was the commander, and I felt very like business-like, very rigid, very like, okay, must get things done, like very loving, but very like, okay, everyone's a mission, have to keep everyone like on control. Yeah. And then I remember going on the ship, and it was just this massive, like huge ship that it's hard to describe, but I could probably draw it, but it had wings, but then they change colors, so almost like camouflaged into like space, so you couldn't see it, which is why you can't see it. And it's like levels and levels and levels of just like, it's almost like a planet because there's so many different beings working together. And yeah, I'm just there like very serious, which kind of makes me realize why I'm so serious when it comes to certain things as a person. And like why I'm like, okay, I need to get this done, plan. Like it kind of made me realize why I am the way I am.
You're still a commander, no matter what.
Yeah, I'm still like, okay. And even as a kid, like my little brothers and sisters, I was like, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do this. And like always telling everyone, ordering everyone around. So
wow.
Yeah, it just reminded me of that. And just like the different types of entities and beings and things that are like on there working together to like just create one collective, you know, thing in the world. It's kind of cool.
And you had the mission of picking up souls from Mars.
Mm-hmm.
And Joseph had the mission of picking them up from Neptune.
Yeah, that was interesting. And when you were asking me to look if I had worked with him, like in the computer, because there's countless of missions, and I had countless of different directives, and that was one of them that was like on the computer. And when he was talking about the him going to that mission to pick up the souls, he's talking about seeing it in his camera or his helmet. I had a tablet that it was like clear, and that's where I was sending that information, so I could see that.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was really cool.
So how did you feel, Joseph, when you were picking up these people?
What's interesting is like my squad that was with me, like
you were reptilian.
We weren't all reptilian, because I was more of like I was a reptile, but I looked more like a salamander.
Oh, okay.
Like I had friendlier appearance than a reptile, most reptilians.
A little grin. Yeah.
In a sense, yeah, like almost like a gecko, you know. Like,
yeah.
There's definitely more of a friendly appearance, but my teammates were butt ugly. They were so ugly. It's hilarious. And like one was almost like a human fly type creature he was just so ugly, and like my whole squad was that way, but yet we were all wearing like these same spacesuits, so it kind of looked funny to see all these different beings wearing, and you could tell they were advanced suits, but at the same time they were kind of more bulky than you would think of. It was I don't know, it was
wow.
It was pretty cool.
And then weird. You were burying under the encampments in order to pull them out, or under their mining, the mining location.
Yeah, exactly. And we had some type of technology that would dissolve the rock around it without altering anything. Like it wouldn't create heat, it wouldn't create dust, it wouldn't even create any type of motion. So there's no way they could sense it. It was almost like it just like portaled out whatever was there.
Yeah.
Wherever with no motion, heat, or it was pretty wild.
And then
we
you
would
just
move forward through
them.
that. Yeah, and we pull them down in, but as soon as like a sensor was triggered, they shut off certain areas, and it was like high alert at that point.
Wow. Crazy. And then Isis, you saw yourself as Isis.
Yeah. I went back to that lifetime, and that was wild. And he was right, like he was saying, like we were 9 feet, and I can't even think of a height, but we were so tall, taller than most people. And I just remember all the like hiding the knowledge under the Sphinx, I guess is where it's at, and just making sure that no one touches it, like there's no beings that are coming after it. But it was funny because Osiris was, I don't know if he was reptilian, but he had green skin. Ooh. And Toth wasn't like a human. Like I looked human-like because I wanted to appear to them like kind of similar. Yes. But the other two didn't feel like they were at all. They were different beings. And
what did Osiris look like?
He looked human, but he had kind of reptilian skin. Wow. Like in that sense, so people could think of him, but his face wasn't like big or anything. It was flat. But he was a good being. Like he wanted to help, and the beings that were trying to get the knowledge were, I guess, from part of his group of people, and they didn't want to. He kind of had detached away from them, and he wanted to be part of helping humanity and helping bring back kind of the community together so that they could understand who they were. Okay. But obviously that backfired, and so we had to hide everything. And Toss is basically kind of like the knowledge keeper. We had to designate someone to be like, all right, you're going to keep knowledge, and you're going to be the one that like kind of has the key bearer of it while we go do other things as well. So that was kind of what it felt like. And then I saw Joseph, and he was the one that like guarded us and helped us while we were putting things away. And him and his squad of men or of beings
of those very black, they were like really like jet black.
Oh yeah we like were all the K9 beings, all of us looked almost identical. You really couldn't even tell us apart other than like the garb that we were wearing.
Wow.
Even that was it's funny too, because we were so similar to what the statues of Anubis look like. Like the standing ones. But like I wasn't Anubis. I don't even know if any of us were Anubis. I think Anubis might have been someone that we looked up to. He may have came in at some point and left, but at that point it was just us protecting them.
Wow, what a session, huh? A little bit different than you both had.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? Interesting, huh?
That was really cool. Kind of cool to see different parts. Kind of you were saying like we're living the same life, but we're not living the same life.
Right.
So different parts of it in the same time plane is kind of cool to see.
Yeah. And Joseph didn't shake at all, so we didn't go
too deep.
I was shaking in my hands.
Okay.
But I think I was also listening to her talk as well, and that calmed me down.
Good.
So it was like brief moments of shaking, and then.
So do you feel that we accomplished what we wanted today?
Yeah.
I
think so. I wanted to go back. I was like, no,
we can go back some other time.
You're not done yet.
Yeah, it's going to be a little harder now that when Wyatt actually makes his appearance.
I know. Yeah, that'll be interesting. He's going to be interesting. He's going to definitely test Joseph out a lot, and
push his buttons. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm here to like mediate, I guess you could say.
Be the commander.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think my goal is going to be, is to mediate between both of them.
That's amazing.
That'll be interesting. Yeah.
So do you guys want to share this?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with sharing.
It's a little bit different, right?
It's definitely different.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Wow. It was great. And how long do you think it was? Did it feel quick or long?
No, it felt 45 minutes.
Yeah. We're now about an hour and 55 minutes right now.
I was like, wow, this is the shortest one ever.
Really?
That's what it felt like.
Yeah,
Well, you had to be listening most of the time, because as the other one talked.
That was interesting. And I could sometimes when you would say stuff, I could actually see what he was like. I could picture what he was saying and saying, which is kind of cool.
So you were in one place, but kind of
observing the other. Yeah,
observing. Is that what happened to you, Joseph? Were you also observing?
Exactly. That was the distracting part, was that when she would start talking about her environment, I would see her environment and everything going on, but yet I was still experiencing the environment I was in too.
You were still in the experimenting and
yeah, exactly. So
playing with your creations. Yeah, that's fabulous. So I thought this was great. It was something that I wanted to do before the baby was born.
This is fun.
Because otherwise you're going to be distracted.
Oh, I know. I'll be busy.
Yeah. So it was great. And hey, do you have anything to say to anybody who's listening? Because Isis, I know you do sessions.
Yeah, I do sessions. So hopefully as soon as I'm done with Wyatt, I want to start practicing and getting my name out there more and more.
Yeah.
Because I think that's part of the reason why I'm here and why I went to, the classes. And so look me up. So
Isis does introspective hypnosis, and that's where she learned how to do this. And so we can put maybe a connection for anybody who wants to contact you. Okay. Yeah. All right. Joseph, do you have anything to say to your fan base out there that loves you so much?
Not really. For what ISIS does, I'll be a huge support in that, with like doing the IT work and kind of helping get everything set up and probably doing most of the video recording and whatnot.
Great.
But interesting stuff.
All right, guys, it was a pleasure. Until the next time, and I want to thank everybody for watching. This was experimental, and it went really well, and I hope to see you sometime at a gathering. These two went to a gathering. They had a good time, and I hope I see you too. Until the next time. Thanks.
Bye, Alba.
Bye.
Thank you, Alba. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.